It's getting real on the Trans Am, putting the final stage of primer down. This stuff is thick, I mean, like 2 C's kind of thick, and I'm using that little tape trick to try and not get it everywhere, and guess what? Got it everywhere. I didn't realize that I was going to need reducer because the technical data sheet actually says that it's optional if you want higher build. I want higher build, just the block sanded out, but it wasn't atomizing, and I had to mess with the flow rate, my own speed. I had to pull out all the stops just to get this down onto the panel nice and even, and I eventually did, but my compressor is not up for this kind of task, so I had to break this whole thing down into quadrants and just do my best. But it's primer with block sanded, and when I do go to lay down the actual paint and clear coat on this thing, it'll be in a booth. Don't worry. Don't yell. So my water separator was leaking, and I stopped because I needed to get it figured out. That's why it looks all patchy now. So the car is going to be painted in an actual booth. It's already secure and all that stuff, so don't worry. But as far as primers go, it's really not a huge deal that you paint it outside, you get dirt or anything in it, as long as you get that sanded out beforehand, before you get to the actual base layer and clear coat. I'm giving the compressor a little bit of a smoke break. I'm gonna mix up a little bit more. What I ended up doing to get this to lay smooth was running 3 regulators. 1 at the compressor, 1 at the very end of my air hose, and 1 on the gun itself. And that's just so I could keep the compressor running the entire time, but the pressure where I needed it to be. So, yeah, little tricks. Shoot, okay, it's starting to rain. I'm trying to not do this as much in the garage as possible, because this dust gets everywhere. I think you can get a good sense now, maybe, how straight, whoop, that never happens, I swear. Just how straight the hood actually is now. I'm pretty pleased, all things considered. I got this all taken care of for the most part. I gotta do my sanding of the epoxy. The roof has a couple of coats on it now. The hood probably has 3 coats on it. I don't know. I don't know if it's enough still. Probably 2 coats on this upper door section, and it started raining when I was doing it, so I had to stop, but it came out pretty okay. This is not sanded yet, so this is, and that's where I had to stop because, well, rain. When I started sanding the old paint that was on the car, I started seeing a lot of surface pits just pretty much in random spots all over the cars. Because of that, I took this whole thing down to bare metal in most places, because anything that's left underneath, imperfections, impurities, rust, whatever, you just count on that it's going to find its way back to the surface at some point. In order to prep for the epoxy primer, I would go to like 180, 220, something like that, 320. The epoxy primer itself, I'm going to go down 180 block and then work my way to 320 with the orbital. When it comes to 2K, I'm going to block with 320 and work my way to 600. Blocking is going to actually do the shaping. You're gonna shape the panel, you're gonna shape the bodywork, you're gonna shape the primer. When you have an orbital or a DA sander, the point is not really to shape anymore, in my opinion. It's only to refine the scratch. So why have the 600? Well, if you have a solid color, you don't need to go to 600. You can, but 400, perfectly fine enough. For me, I've got a metallic. If you have anything coarser than a 600, you run the risk of having those metallics fall into the valleys of the scratch. In a nutshell, that's my philosophy. Sanding, block sanding, sanding, block sanding, sanding, block sanding. So ignore the blowing fans and all that, but what I want to show you is, take a look. Oh, so pretty. I'm getting everything painted. That's jams. The windshields will go, the front windshield and the back window, and then here on the trunk, all that stuff. I'm trying to get it taken care of. It is not under clear just yet, so this is just base coat only, no clear. But I'm doing this with that compressor. And let me tell you, if you're wondering if you can do this at home, definitely can. Like I said, primer, you don't have to worry about as much because it's gonna be block sanded and it's not your final top coat. So, if you have to do it outside with not the best equipment, doesn't matter. Get it flat and get it clean and prepped for when you actually do put the base on. But I just think it's so cool to finally see how this is going to be, and it laid down pretty nice. I got a lot more to do. Hope you're excited, like I am, to see this thing actually solid color. We got more work to do, and it's getting late. So, like, subscribe, comment, those types of things, you know, that all helps. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.